Hi everyone. Oh, I don't even know where to look. I'm filming on my iPhone because Justin's shot down to Melbourne to do a bit of filming. So I've got the trusty iPhone to do my weekly blog for you guys. And this is just weird. I don't know where to look. But anyway, this week I'm chatting to you about how our kids go around swimming pools and beaches and crocodile awareness and that sort of thing. So stay tuned. So firstly, I want to chat to you about, swimming safety. And, 2 years on the road now, our kids are absolutely amazing around water and in water. But I want to start off first with how we sort of got them used to water. And it comes from being babies, I reckon. We always had our newborns in the shower from a few days old, getting water on their face and getting them used to being in water. We had a little jacuzzi or outdoor spa at our house that we used to live in, and the kids would swim in there a couple of times a week from, as I said, newborns. We used to pop them in the beautiful warm water, and they soon became so aware of their depths. And so if you are hitting the road and you are a little bit worried about how your kids will go in the water, pop them in lessons for a couple of months. You'll even notice then how amazing that they become just regularly being near water and in water. So again, if you don't want to, get them into the pools and the beach, and honestly, within a couple of weeks, you'll notice a difference at how amazing they've become at swimming. And our kids now are just at the beach. They love the waves. They used to hate waves. They're smashing, banging around in there. They absolutely love it. My kids get on the sup now and have a paddle around, and we're just beach mums. We absolutely. So we've only had one of our children in swimming lessons, and that's our eldest one, Jack. He went from about 8 months old to maybe about 14 months old, and that's sort of the only swimming he's done. So we've tried to be really diligent with teaching them swimming and getting them underwater, and there's some excellent YouTube videos you can watch, and I think it's called Swimming Australia or something like that, and they actually give you lessons online on how to teach your children water safety and learn how to swim. So we always did that in our little jacuzzi, and we're beach bums, so we're regularly at the beach, and that's how they sort of learn to swim. And our middle child, Billy, he hasn't had any swimming lessons, and if you watch my Insta stories, you'll see that he's teaching himself how to do freestyle, and he can float like a boss. He's so good. And same with our daughter, Charlie. She'll approach water. She knows not to jump in. She's so water safe. And she does so well for a 2-year-old. And again, she hasn't had any lessons either. It's just us being in the water with them, dunking them under the water, and we use the same command with them every time. So they know, what's to come. Our 2-year-old daughter, she does wear a little floaty, and I often get asked what sort of floaty it is, and it's actually called a puddle jumper. They come in a range of colours, and you can actually purchase them at Big W of all places, and I think they're about $30, and they're fantastic. All my kids have worn them, and I reckon they're by far the best. So basically, my advice is just get them in the water, get them surrounded by water, get them used to the water. And if you do hit the road and they haven't had lessons, or they have had lessons, they soon become so adaptable to being near the water and in the water, and it just becomes part of your life. And you'll be absolutely amazed at how quickly they pick up swimming and floating. And I get worried. My kids are constantly just under the water the whole time, and people look at me and say, "Are they okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they just love being under the water." And honestly, it is the best way for them to expel energy, and they're just completely pooped after they've swam. So bring that on, and they're in bed by 7 p.m. and they've carked it. It's amazing. So because they're so good with the water and they are water aware, I think that really helps with the crocodile safety thing. And even being up north, they always would ask if they could go into the water, if they could go near the water, and they knew to stay a good 10 meters away from the water. And we were really frank with them, if you go near the water, guys, you'll be eaten by a crocodile. We just gave it to them harsh, and they really responded well to it, but that was our kids, so I probably don't recommend that for everyone's kids. But and even when we started to come south and get into Agnes Water and the beaches and that, again, they would say, "Are we allowed in here? Is there crocodiles in here?" So I think it's just being communicating to them and You know, every time they go near water, tell them there's a crocodile in there or that there may be one in there. You know, I think it's a fantastic value to have, and our kids haven't been eaten by a croc. Happy days. Water safety is absolutely essential when you're hitting the road and travelling Australia. But, you know, if you are worried, again, get them into lessons, but you will notice a huge difference. So, happy swimming, guys. Catch you later.